What's up guys, it's your boy Endymion here with another review for you. This time, it's the highly anticipated looter shooter from developer People Can Fly and publisher of all things RPG, Square Enix. What if Diablo got drunk and made love with Gears of War? Well, that's what I'm here to talk about today. This is Outriders. Outriders is a third-person shooter RPG loot game very similar to Diablo than, say, Destiny, with a large emphasis on PvE, or player versus environment, instead of players fighting each other. The gist of the game's story, of course no real spoilers here at all, is, well, you're an Outrider, which is basically humanity's vanguard, and you're tasked with scouting a new planet for mankind to call home. The planet's name is Enoch. And yes, this story idea is very similar to Mass Effect Andromeda, except for one major difference here. Outriders is actually fun and rewarding to play, and I actually remember the names of its characters, whereas in Andromeda, I literally don't remember anyone at all. Enoch is a hellhole because of this storm rampaging across the planet called the Anomaly. Your character gets caught in this storm, your DNA gets scrambled, and voila, you become a superhuman death machine basically. There's 4 character classes to choose from. I went with Devastator, since it seemed the closest to what a Titan would be in Destiny. You know, close range, big explosions, lots of armor. And it turns out Devastator, as of now anyway, is actually the worst class in the game for damage and endgame, which makes me feel great. I always seem to choose the least played or liked class. Why am I like this? Well, I stuck with Devastator regardless, pumped through the whole main campaign, did all its side quests, and got to endgame. I ended up also getting the Platinum Trophy for the game as well. So with that being said, how is Outriders? I would say as someone who has a ton of experience in the looter RPG genre space, Outriders gets a lot right from the get-go. Not everything, but a lot. For starters, the story is surprisingly good. The characters are memorable, and the actual loot grind loop is surprisingly addictive and fun. The game is structured very similarly to Diablo. You start at point A, there's a bunch of enemies between you, and point B, kill them, loot them, and eventually get to the end of the level. It is somewhat linear, but I'm personally okay with that, as I really don't think making Outriders into another open world game would do it any good. This game isn't about helping townsfolk or listening to a little kid's plea for help. This is Diablo with shotguns. You just want to mow down every fool in your way, get your loot, get stronger, and crush more skulls. It's simple, it's effective, and it's great. Customization is also surprisingly robust, with the ability to dismantle any gear that has mods on it in order to salvage that mod and then put it on a piece of gear you want to use instead. You can't hoard multiple copies of mods, but if you find a piece of armor you like better, just dismantle your current piece, refund the mod, and slot it into the new piece. This system is great, because everything you do, regardless of level or whatever, isn't wasted. It all leads eventually to your desired build. I am, so far, not at my desired build because this game hates me with drops lately, but I'm personally going for a bleed build for my Devastator. I also have a Trickster I'm leveling, which is, by the way, the most popular and probably the most powerful class as of now too. Devastator needs a buff, man. The cons, however, are annoying. We'll start with the general idea of always being online. The game crashes sometimes, it disconnects, and it's all because the game is constantly online and having to be connected to the main server. Even though I mostly play solo, I unfortunately need to be connected constantly, and when the servers are not dedicated, but peer-to-peer, it's not the best as of right now. Also, I feel like the endgame, at least from my experience, as a Devastator, feels unbalanced for me. Enemies are hitting too hard and I don't feel like I'm doing enough damage, but again, yeah, I'll stop the pity party. I also found that a lot of cutscenes had really weird angles and cutoffs, and there were weird glitches, such as the final cutscene, which I won't show. The audio wasn't synced for me. Yes, it sucks, but I mean, this is a big game being made from home during a pandemic, so it's understandable. It's unfortunate, but the reality is that the world isn't normal right now, so there will be caveats no matter what. The endgame is fun. I won't get too much into it, but generally speaking, you're tracking these big loot caches in brand new levels separate from the main game, and the rewards are based on your time. The faster you do it, the better the loot, which if you're playing Devastator is a lot more challenging than other classes, so this might be a me problem. All in all though, for the first week of the game being out, I would say I've had a ton of fun with Outriders. Yes, servers were a mess for a time. Yes, the game has some weird glitches, but to offset that is a remarkable loot grind with fun shooting mechanics and wicked powers to wield and builds to create. If you love Diablo, Destiny, or any other looter game, I would say give this a try. From a casual standpoint, I would say maybe wait a week or two, see how the devs fix some issues, and then pick it up. I rate games from an F rank all the way up to a masterful S rank, and I'm giving Outriders an A rank. It's a solid new IP that is dominating in the charts right now, and it's incredibly fun. You'll love to see it. I really hope People Can Fly and Square Enix can maintain the hype and deliver more content as time goes on, because this game can be a real juggernaut in its genre if it gets the support it needs. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I think I'll do a follow-up Outriders video here soon, but for all things video game reviews and whatnot, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm Endymion. I'm gonna go grind some more. See ya.